Hi everyone, today we're going to do a really simple but really popular and super useful little disco beat. It's going to have 4 beats in it and every drum we use is only going to play on its own. Interesting. So we're not going to have too much in this one where anything is playing at the same time. So we're going to build it up with 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 is going to be on the bass drum on its own. Okay. 2 is going to be on the hi-hat, closed with your foot pressing the pedal down, and it's just going to hit once on the 2. 3 is going to be on the snare, and we're just going to hit in the middle of the snare for now. We're not going to look at rim shots yet, we're just going to hit in the middle like that once, and then 4 is going to be on the hi-hat again. Okay, so let's do that again. We've got 1 on the bass, 2 will fall on the hi-hat, 3 will be on the snare, 4 on the hi-hat. So let's do that super slowly. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we could play it once just to practice it like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then stop. If it went well, then we'll try and link it together. So until you've got those 4 hits like that, one at a time, maybe pause the video, try it out, and then start to loop them together. When you can do that, it should sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. Now that sounds okay, but this rhythm really comes into its own and starts to get its flavour when it's played a bit faster. All right, so I'm going to start slowly and then gradually speed it up. Right, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, exactly the same rhythm I just played, 1, 2, 3, 4, except when it becomes faster, it kind of takes on this other feel. There's a second version of this where we can actually add another bass drum. So instead of the bass just being on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, we're going to add it on the 3 as well, which is going to fall at the same time as the snare. And that's going to sound like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's going to add this kind of extra drive into the rhythm. So how we do that is exactly the same as we just did, but we're going to add one more thing into it. So we've got bass on its own, hi-hat on its own, but this time on the 3 we're going to do the snare and the bass at the same time. Okay, so that feels a little tricky, so maybe try that first, like just make up a little rhythm, just to get your body used to playing those 2 drums together when you've just been playing everything else on its own. So on the 3 it's going to hit just once and then 4 on the hi-hat. So it's exactly what we did before, except we're adding one more bass. So this time we get 1, 2, 3, 4. So pause the video, try that. When that's feeling really good, we're going to try and loop it together. So we'll get 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, when it gets faster, kind of has this other flavour to it. So I'll start slowly and then I'll gradually increase the speed. And this time I'm not going to count over it. See if you can imagine the count in your head when you listen to me play. Here we go. It's got that kind of really driving feel. So the next one I'm going to do is go from the first version into the second version. So you could pause the video again, try that second version with the extra bass. And as a third and final thing is going between the two, because that's what's really useful. If you're in a band or you want to play with other people and maybe there's a song and a chorus change or something like that and you want to pick up the rhythm a little bit, it's really cool to be able to just add that little extra something that brings the energy up, but it doesn't necessarily change too much what the drums are doing, which is great, I think. Less is more. All right, so here we go. I'm going to go from the first one into the second one. A little bit faster this time. So it's going to be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? I'll do 4 of the first one and then 4 of the second one, cycling like that a few times so you can practice along with me if you want to. 1, 2, here we go. Great. When you start to be able to then improvise with these things, you can start to build up little phrases using... So I'm going to play something now just to demonstrate briefly and a little faster just to show you the feeling of this. I'm going to start quite simple and then gradually just add in a couple of little bits here and there, okay? Here we go. So adding a few little bits of flavour here and there, a couple of cymbals, a couple of little hi-hat things. But actually the essence of it is just keeping that rhythm really simple and driving it all the way through, because that's what the rest of the band is going to want when you're in a band, okay? Nice one. I hope that goes well. Let me know how it goes. Thank you.